Strange is growing at the Gwyn Hall this May, and it's got a taste for you. Get ready for Little Shop of Horrors, a wild, wacky, and wickedly funny musical packed with toe-tapping tunes, outrageous comedy, and one very hungry planet. Will hapless Florist Seymour find fame, fortune, and love, or will Audrey 2 take a bite out of the town? There's only one way to find out. Little Shop of Horrors, live at the Gwyn Hall from the 6th to the 10th of May. Book your tickets now before it's too late. Get your tickets at gwynhall.com or call 0300 365 6677. Hello and welcome back to another Stage 8 podcast. This is a part of our staff profiles, and today we're here with Samantha. Yay! She's usually our one-woman audience member, so I have to be your audience member today. Whoop, 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 whoop. Samantha or Samalam or Mantha or the lady that takes my £5 or £9 or £7 when I walk in the door.
Yes.
Yes, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yes, not bad, thank you. Any news, any gossip, any scandal to share with the listeners?
Excuse me.
Baddy cough.
Baddy cough. No, not really.
No?
Have you got any?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Excited to be on the pod?
Very. A little bit nervous, guys.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know.
No, there's literally no reason to be nervous. It's just us having a chat. And we've had plenty of chats over the last 15 years of knowing each other. Yeah, so like, and the amount of times I've phoned you up and said, Sam, can you please phone this person for me? Because I'm just too scared to do it.
Very true, sorry.
Because you'll talk to anyone on the phone, won't you?
Yeah.
Like, you don't care.
I'd rather talk than like message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, I'll just send an email.
Yeah.
And often things just get done quicker when you phone them, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I am getting better in my older age, so
fair play.
I'm quite proud of myself there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've known each other for a long old time, haven't we?
Yes.
Like 15 years.
Yeah, back in the LX days.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think you were one of the main reasons I passed my test first time, my driving test, because if you remember when I was learning to drive, you would drive to my house, jump in my car because you'd been driving long enough, and then you'd like chaperone me driving my car.
Yeah.
So that's why I got so many like learning hours under my belt before I went to do my test.
Perfect.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, mad. Yeah.
You're practically like my second mother.
I am.
You are.
I'm old enough to be.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. Shockingly, I am. Yes.
Nobody would believe it to look at you though.
Ah.
You know, they think sister are the absolute push.
Absolute, yeah.
Absolute. It was funny actually. Somebody, one of the new starters that came a few weeks ago, she'd been talking to me about Stage 8, and I said, message and get your place. Lisa will sort it out. She's my mother, right?
Yeah.
What happened then was she came in and she saw you, blah, blah, blah. She said, I've spoken to Mam over there. I'm like, no, that's not my mother. But I didn't have a chance to tell her. So I was just like, oh, bless. I'd be proud for you to be my mother, Samantha. So, but yeah, 15 years of knowing each other, 10 years of Stage 8.
Yeah.
What a ride.
It has been, mind. It's been awesome, though, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. But it's scary to think like 10 years has just gone by in a blink.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like your 11-year-old's 21.
Yeah.
You know, back then, you were newly a 40-year-old, and now you just turned 50.
I know.
Crazy.
And they're mad.
It is mad, but it's
How
been.
old was you when you started?
So when we first had the idea, I was 24, but I turned 25 by the September.
Right.
So when we opened, I was 25, because now obviously I turned 35 this August, and then September's our birthday.
Oh.
Crazy. I know, 35, halfway to 70.
I know.
I talk a lot about age on this podcast, and I think it's because it comes up a lot, but I'm really not bothered by age. Like,
No.
I don't feel 35. I don't know what 35 is meant to feel like. You know, and especially like in the last year, we've done all the grown-up things, like the house, the kids, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, meh.
I don't feel 50. I gotta be
No,
honest.
I think I still feel exactly the same as I do when I first started, like
Yeah.
24, 25. You know, Maybe it takes a little bit longer to get going in the mornings, but other than
Yeah.
that, you know,
I was going to say my knee feels 50, but
yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
The rest of me,
Yeah,
21.
yeah.
Love it. So let's start with the same question we ask everybody on our podcast, Samantha. If you had to prescribe a show for people to watch on the NHS that would solve all their medical issues, what would it be and why?
I think it would have to be Hairspray. Yeah,
Hairspray. You're
yeah,
not the only one to say that.
yeah.
There's been a few.
It's just so like heartwarming, isn't it? The story, and
Yeah.
it's like nice and bright and colourful, and
Yeah. And the music
the
slaps.
music is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's the score on it is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's you know, I think people go, oh, especially because like the filmed version came out with John Travolta. Do you remember?
Yes, yeah.
And it got hyped so much, but actually, it's worth the hype. It's brilliant. Did you ever see the live version that they did? That
Yes.
was good.
I really enjoyed
Yeah, I
it.
thought it was quite good.
Yeah.
And I've seen numerous iterations of it.
Yeah.
I've seen it in the West End. I saw it at the Coliseum in London. It was way like the Coliseum is an opera house, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the English National Opera. But it's massive. It's too big for the production.
Was it? Yeah.
And I booked seats. It was when friends of ours came up to London to see us, Katie and Mark, and I booked seats with like on the end of a row, thinking, "Oh, great, there's like an aisle there." Because you know me, I like to sit on the
an
end because
aisle.
I'm
Yeah.
12'9" and I'm leggy. Oh, excuse me. It's the Diet Coke. Sponsor us. And I didn't realize, but what it actually was is a wall. So we went in, and I was like stuck next to a marble wall. But it was just the show. There's not many shows that are big enough for that venue, I don't
No.
think. I also saw what I see. My Fair Lady there.
Oh, was
You'd
that
think
good
that
there?
would work there, but
Yeah.
again, it's just the venue's gargantuan.
Mm.
But yes, it is lovely. But Hairspray is a very good choice, I think.
And Wizard of Oz,
Yeah, beautiful.
because there's no place like home.
There's no place like home. And it's such a true sentiment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because like, do you know, like when you go on holiday and stuff, and I love being on holiday and love being away, but then do you know when I get home, I go,
Yeah.
this is nice. It's
I
nice to be
never
back.
want to come home, but when
No.
I am home, yeah.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
But don't, because now I want to go on holiday. I
Oh,
love holidays.
you do.
Well, when's this pod going out? Oh, I might be on holiday when this one comes out, actually. Absolutely, because we've obviously got to film in advance. Right, so tell us, stage 8,
Okay.
what's your role? What do you do? Why are you here?
So I'm the lady that you come in and I take your money and I do your enrollments and just try to be friendly and happy and yeah. And
You're
I
the
help
first
out.
face,
Yes,
aren't you?
yeah.
You're the first face. You're the first person that everyone sees when they come in.
Yeah.
That smiley, happy lady. And yeah, so you are you're the face of it when people come in, especially new starters. I
Yes,
think you put
yeah.
them at ease because some of them are a little bit nervous when they first start.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's okay, babe. You're gonna have fun. If any problem, I'll phone home and blah blah blah.
Yes, yeah.
Which is lovely because it puts them at ease and it makes our jobs a lot easier
Yeah.
because you know you've already chatted to them and they're not coming in completely like petrified. Which some of them are. But I think you undersell what you actually do. Like you do a lot more than that, you know, especially when we come to show times and you've got to be the one who's responsible for doing all the check-in, check-out sheets, and you do
Yeah.
the seeing everybody, front of house manager when we do
I love
shows.
doing front of house though.
You do, don't
I
you?
love gossiping with everyone and yeah.
Selling programs and stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it? And it's nice because you get to see people going in and they're all excited
Did.
because we don't see that side of stuff because
Yeah.
obviously we're backstage. But yeah, it's a lovely thing, isn't it? It's a lovely thing for you to
Yeah.
do. And you've been here from the very beginning,
Beginning.
the first day. What was the first day like? Do you remember?
It was a bit hectic. It was
Yeah.
me, Gemma,
Gemma, yeah.
and thankfully it was the two of us.
Yeah.
Because we gave out free t-shirts as well.
Oh my God, we did.
Yeah.
When they enrolled, wasn't
Victoria
it?
still got hers, yeah.
They were white,
And-
ugly things.
And like a light blue ones. You've done like blue ones after the white ones.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Mm,
How mad. I totally forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah, because I tell you a funny story about those t-shirts. So the promotion was, if you come and sign up, pay your enrollment fee, you get a free
T-shirt,
t-shirt.
yeah.
Those t-shirts, I joke you not, literally cost me less than £1 each.
Wow.
I found some supplier from London who screen printed these t-shirts for us, and that's how I knew I could do it, like from the enrollments, that it
Yeah.
wouldn't be a massive dent for us. But a lot of people did, and then we
Yeah.
upgraded to those light blue ones.
Right,
And then we
right.
stopped doing that then after the initial kind of. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
And you know, it's okay if occasionally people will come in and go, "Oh, look at this," and they've got the white t-shirt. And I'm like, "Whoa, I don't even have a white t-shirt
Tori's still
anymore."
got a white T-shirt, and I've still got the blue one, the light blue one.
How mad!
Yeah.
How mad! Yeah, it's funny to think back, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a
And although we didn't have like millions of kids,
Yeah.
it was still like very hectic when it busy.
and there was a buzz, wasn't
Yeah,
there? It
yeah.
was really exciting. And what I loved most about that first day is that the majority of people who came walked because they
Yeah.
lived so close.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was like one of the key things that I really wanted, was that it was something for that local area that we were in Kaiwan.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
And then we've moved on so much from there.
We have.
I loved that place though in Kaiwan.
It was lovely.
We had some good
lovely,
times
yeah.
there, didn't we? It was yeah, it was a
We
fab
done
place.
like our big rehearsals for Wizard of Oz in there, didn't we?
did.
We brought the Morristown
Yes, yeah, oh
group
yeah.
over.
We did remember we had a costume call there as well?
Yeah.
We did loads of fun things
Yeah.
there. It was really cool. It's a lovely place. They just had a new roof.
Have they?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
noticed when I walked past the other day.
Yeah.
So you've been a part of the company from day one, and
Yeah.
so if you had to sum up the last 10 years in a couple of words or a couple of lines, what
Ooh.
would you say? 10 years has been duff. What would you say? Excuse me, just drinking my drink.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, hasn't it? Because there's times where things have gone up and down, and
Definitely.
um,
Well, we lived
I don't know what
we've
to-
lived through a lot of big world events
yeah,
as well, haven't we,
yeah.
over
We
the
went
last
through
10 years?
COVID, and
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
What did you
lots.
ask me again?
So if you had to surmise the last 10 years in a few words, what would you say?
It's been an awesome ride, really,
Yeah.
haven't it? Yeah.
Yeah, awesome
Yeah.
ride. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Because that encapsulates everything, doesn't it? The
Yeah.
highs and the lows. Because
Yeah.
it's a natural that there's going to be highs and
Yeah.
lows, isn't it? It can't be up
More
all the
highs than
time.
lows, though,
Oh my
haven't it?
God,
Yeah.
We've been really lucky in
Yeah.
that sense, because I think as well, having such a close-knit team and a consistent team, it means that we've all managed to iron the creases out. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which has been fabulous. Fabulous, love.
Fabulous now.
Fabulous. So tell us a bit about Sam before stage 8. Tell us, like, you can go right back if you want to, like, when I was born, or went to school. What did you love in school? You can't say boys.
Yeah, I was gonna say boys. I'll tell you from when I left school.
Go on then, yeah.
I went straight on a training course, which was a YTS, they used to call it.
Yeah.
It was like an apprenticeship now, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
And my first placement was in Swansea City Football Club
Oh, that's cool.
in the old Vetch place,
Oh,
though,
that's
not
cool. I like the old
where they are
Vetch.
now. Yeah, I was there about 6 months. Then my second, no, I finished there.
Yeah.
I went with the other training place, and I was in Justin Jeffries Solicitors
Oh,
on
cool.
reception.
Well, this all makes so much sense, though, how you're so good with people.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you've got that background and experience of just, like, being natural with people.
yeah. I'm just
Carry on, sorry.
normal, and I just
You're
yeah,
just normal.
well,
like.
not normal,
No,
but
absolutely
not
not.
normal,
No.
yeah. But I think I'm down to earth, and then people,
They warm to you
Yeah, yeah.
immediately. Yeah.
tooting my own.
Yeah. Well, you've got
Yeah.
to, absolutely.
And then I ended up having my son, Ben. And then went and done a few like 10-week courses
Yeah.
in Queen Street, and then I had Toria, and then she fell in love with watching people dancing
Yeah.
in Cutsart when you were there.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to do that. And then I came and I was like, I'll help out if you want.
Yeah.
And ever
You've been
since you
stuck
got
since.
me. Yeah.
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 Yeah, and I think that's probably where you're. Well, did you like perform yourself when you were younger?
No, I wish I did though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was more around here
There
to do
wasn't though,
it.
was there back
No,
in,
it was
back
like
in the
over in
day?
Swansea, and things were like a lot more expensive. And like my parents didn't have that money then. They were
No.
both working just to provide,
Yeah.
let alone. I did have singing lessons though.
Did you?
Yeah,
Whoa, I didn't
with
know
Alan.
that.
Didn't know.
No, I never knew that.
Yeah, with Alan Davis. He won Opportunity Knox back in the day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but nothing came of it. I think I just started fancying boys then, so I
Yeah.
let things go. I was
Become
a
like
proper
a
teenager.
cool teenager then.
Well,
something.
cool,
But
but
I tell you what the coolness now is going to theatre school.
yeah.
So really your kind of journey into theatre world started with Toria.
Yeah. I used to love like musicals.
Yeah.
Like Annie, the film Annie.
Yeah.
Was obsessed with it. I would rent it over and over and over. But yeah, it started with Toria really.
What
yeah.
was the first ever musical you saw live on stage?
I used to go and watch the Pantos, but then I think it was Oklahoma in the Gwynol.
Oh, nice.
And it was brilliant. I was
Yeah.
like blown away because they had a proper gun as well there.
Was that that would have been the old Gwyn Hall
Old
then?
Gwyn Hall, yeah.
Yeah. Before the refurb and the burning down and
yes,
all that
yeah.
nonsense.
So I think that was my first
Musical you saw.
musical I saw
wow.
in real life.
And what about then, do you remember what your first professional musical you saw? So obviously that would be one of the local companies.
Yeah.
But do you remember what you first saw that maybe was in the Swansea Grand or in the Millennium Centre in London?
Well, London was wicked with you. Remember that was
No
my
way.
Yeah, that was my first time going to London and seeing a West End show.
Now, whose birthday was it? Was that when we went with Callie and Jordana?
It was just me, you, Tori and Carly.
Was it Callie's birthday?
No,
Or was it Wicked's birthday?
No, it was neither. You just went, I fancy going to London tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
So I went, oh my word, I've never been to the West End. And we just done there.
How mad.
Mm.
But why do I remember balloons so vividly? Are you sure it wasn't Wicked's birthday and they did a balloon drop?
Oh, I don't think that was the first time we went though.
But we
went on
definitely, that's
there
definitely
was,
happened
yeah,
in our
yeah,
life
it
of
have,
knowing each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
Like, yeah. Do you know when something stuck in your brain
Yeah.
and I was just like, I can see balloons and I don't know why I can keep
Yeah.
seeing balloons? Well, that makes sense because
Yeah.
we've seen it a couple of times, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, that was your first West End show. I probably knew that back in the day, but a
Yeah.
lot has happened since then.
15 years later.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's so funny though. Do you remember that at the time then I was going to London? This was probably just over 11 years ago. And I was like, it was coming up to Valentine's weekend.
Yes.
And I was like, I need to love myself before someone else can love me. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember.
So I was like, I'm taking myself for a romantic weekend in London on my own. I was like, but do you want to come with for, like, even if you come for a night and we'll just see a show and then I'll spend a
Yeah.
couple of days on my own. So you and Toria, Jordana and Andrea
Andrea.
came up. And we didn't see a show. You guys didn't because we couldn't get tickets. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
But then me, you and Andrea had a couple
few
of cocktails, and
Left the kids in the
left the
room.
kids to chill. And then you guys went home the next day. I spent a couple of days in London. I saw Jersey Boys
Yes.
at the, can't remember, but I saw Jersey Boys, which was amazing. And there's something just magical. Have you ever been to the theatre on your own?
No, I haven't actually.
And now going to the theatre on your own, going to the cinema on your own, so invigorating.
Yeah.
I've seen Jersey Boys on my own. I've seen Kinky Boots on my own. I've seen a number of things in New York on my own from when I went on my own. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I thoroughly recommend it. Take
Yeah.
yourself on a date, book theatre on your own and go.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
amazing,
yeah,
honestly.
I will.
It's so much fun. I thoroughly enjoy doing that when I can. Do you know what I
I'm
mean?
not afraid to go on my own, so I
Oh
think
my
I will
God, you
do
should.
that. Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
like, well, you're doing a Shirley Valentine this year, aren't you?
Supposed to be, yeah.
When are you going? Do you know yet?
Don't know. It'll be in the summer.
So, if those of you who don't know Shirley Valentine, it's a play and a book and a film.
And a film, yeah.
Where basically this lady is in a loveless marriage, isn't she? And she takes herself off on holiday
On our own.
on her own with her books.
Yeah.
Instead of making fried eggs at home
Yeah.
for her husband, eggs and chips, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when I saw it at the Gwyn Hall, touring production came to the Gwyn. It was brilliant because they cooked the eggs live on stage, so you could smell them cooking.
I've never seen the live performance
It's
of
brilliant. It's excellent. And I could only get tickets at the back of the theatre. Like, it was so well sold. I
Yeah.
think it was Lighthouse Productions. It was fabulous. It was
Yeah.
brilliant. But you're going to do a Shirley Valentine this
it.
year.
Hopefully, yes.
I'm holding you to it, mind.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure we get you a little week booked away,
Yeah.
and you're gonna go on your own with some
Lush.
books and
I
just
got a
chill.
load of books I need to read.
Happy
so
days.
yeah.
Where anywhere you fancying more than anywhere else?
I have no clue. It could be this country, it could be abroad.
Tenerife?
Maybe. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I think you should. I think
Costa
you
del
really
Sol.
should do it.
Yeah.
Well, we've said we're going to Amsterdam for years, haven't we?
I know, Mr. Lumbee.
We need to do that.
Yeah.
We need to get that in at some point. Either this year or like early part of next year.
Yeah.
Only for a weekend. It's such a
Yeah.
gorgeous place.
I know, I've been to Amsterdam. I
It's
loved it.
absolutely lovely. But make sure the listeners in the pod are going to hold you to your Shirley Valentine.
Right.
Okay, so get yourself booked. Get a week away.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like, have you seen this new thing called Extreme Day Trips? Where
No.
people book like a day trip away, and literally they go for like 14 hours. And I'm in a group on Facebook, and I saw someone booked for the end of March, I think. They're away for 3 days in Ibiza, flights return, and just looking at producer Kath as well. £29.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I might
So
do
can
a
you
few of
imagine?
them.
Can you imagine for 29 quid, right? You just go, do you know what? For the day, I'm going to fly out. I'm going to spend the day in Madrid, and I'm going to come home that night. £29.
That is crazy.
Looking at people like Ryanair, what's the other one called? EasyJet, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said to Gemma during the summer holidays, I might do a couple of day trips with the
Yeah.
boys, like up to Edinburgh for the day, come back, stuff like that. Fly from
Yeah.
Bristol, park in that man's garage, our friend.
Oh,
Can't remember what his name is, but parking is Frank Garden. But yes, Shirley Valentine
Valentine.
this year.
2025.
Heard it here first on the podcast, guys. Exclusive. Sam's doing a Shirley Valentine. So what would you say in the last 10 years is your most memorable moment?
Insta right?
Yes. Is it getting your till for your birthday?
Oh, actually, it was.
You love that
I
till, didn't you?
absolutely love my till.
Touch
It's
screen.
screen.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy.
10 years I've asked for a till.
You
I've
have.
nagged for a till.
You have.
And I've eventually got it. Ooh,
It's a lovely till.
it is a lovely till.
But
And when
yeah,
the drawer opened, I was like,
I love it when it pings open.
Yeah.
I think it's fabulous. And the fact that Andrew's figured out how you don't have to keep signing in all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's helpful. But yeah, in the last 10 years, what is there a standout moment for you that you went, do you know what? This is fabulous.
I think it was right at the beginning after Wizard of Oz, actually.
Yeah.
Because I think Wizard of Oz kind of made our company grow.
Oh, catapulted.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody was so good on the stage and like random as we're coming to watch it.
Yeah.
And I was outside having fresh air, and like random people were coming on to me. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
The colours on the stage are so amazing and bright.
That's
And
nice.
yeah.
Again,
So-
we miss all that stuff backstage.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nice that one of the team gets to
Yeah.
hear all that stuff.
I'm like, oh, thanks. I worked so hard on
Yeah.
it.
But we've been really fortunate over the years that we've created quite a following of general public who will see
Yeah.
our shows and just book.
Yeah. The
You know,
children
I-
don't come here or anything,
No.
do they?
I know of a handful of people that, over the years got in touch to say how great the show is, and they come see all of our productions.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing.
That is amazing. Yeah.
That is like heartwarming for us because we know we're doing a good job. Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is a great, great thing. So you know, in the next 10 years' time, we're sitting here again in 10 years' time.
Oof, a lot greyer.
What has happened? Where do you see us in the next 10 years?
Absolutely doing the same, but I've said to you before, I would love for you to do like a full-time school.
Yeah, you
To
have
be,
said that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of our kids would want to come to
So
our
much red tape around it.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
England, if we were in England, it wouldn't be so difficult, but here it's a lot more difficult.
Right. Yeah.
Which, you know, fair enough, but
Yeah.
that would be cool. Never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never. Right, Sam, you are leading us straight into the quick fire round.
Ooh.
I think what we're going to do in the quick fire round, we need to add like a little bit of like quick fire round music. Kath?
Absolutely.
Quick fire round music.
Come on, fast.
Okay. Favorite show of all time, not just Stage 8, full stop, end of story. Favorite show.
Dream Girls or 42nd Street?
Good choices. Stalls or Circle.
Stalls.
Lloyd Webber or Sondheim.
Ooh. Oh. Lloyd Webber.
Lloyd Webber. Do you remember when we went to see Bad Cinderella?
Yes.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of that at all.
Didn't
The-
last very long.
Didn't,
Did it?
it did even worse
I
than
enjoyed
Broadway.
it, actually. I did enjoy it. I
I-
enjoyed certain characters in there, like
Yeah.
the Prince
Yeah, it's
and
'cause-
Cinderella.
yeah. I think my favorite bit is when the whole auditorium spun.
Yes.
But other
I
than
thought I
that,
was going dizzy.
I was a bit like, meh.
Yeah.
It was very mid. Anyway, on stage or off stage?
For me,
Yes.
oh, I'd love to be on stage, but off stage.
One day we're going to get you on stage in a production
Do
properly.
Beauty and the Beast, and I'll be
Mrs. Potts.
Mrs. Potts.
Cute. Play or musical?
Our musical.
West End or Best Friend? Would you like to go to the West End on your own and see a show, or would you like to take your best friend, which is me?
Best friend.
Slay. Thank you. If you were an onstage girly, tell us what your dream role would be to play.
Mrs. Potts.
Mrs. Potts?
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. And your miscast role. So what other part would you love to play, but you're so not suitable for it? Could be because for any reason.
Sweeney Todd.
Is it? That's just your killer tendencies,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah. It's such
It's iconic, isn't it?
yeah, it's
Such
so
a good role.
different. Or maybe the plant.
In Little,
Little
Shop.
Shop,
Nice.
yes, yeah.
Well, if we, you know, kick one of our plants down the stairs,
Yeah.
or both of them,
Both of them.
you could take over.
Sorted.
Sounds good to me. Sam, that is your first podcast over and done with.
Ooh.
How do you feel?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
good. Yeah.
You're going to have loads and loads of good feedback, I'm sure, because it's been lovely chatting with you today, and all of our listeners are going to really enjoy your podcast. So thank you so much.
Hey.
And obviously, all of our listeners, we want them to like and subscribe and commit to our pod and get us in your ears and listening to all the goings on behind the scenes of Stage 8.
Yes.
And any questions that you guys may have, it might be for Sam, might be for me, Kath, or any of the team, send them into stage8theschool@gmail.com, and we will be doing a very special questions and answers episode.
Ooh.
And if you guys have been given questions, we'll bring you all in and we'll do one big, maybe we'll get some pizza or something and have a little party as we film the episode.
Excellent.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Right, until next time, there's a new episode dropping on Tuesday. Stay safe, stay good, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.